Hello. It is Thursday, and that means it is time for Art Joy Sharing Live. And today on Art Joy Sharing Live, we are doing Pick a Stick Challenge stuff because it's the beginning of the month. It's the beginning of May. And so we're talking about Pick a Stick Challenge, which is a Facebook group, as is Art Joy Sharing. And Chelsea and I on Art Joy Sharing each Thursday do collaboration, and today we are collaborating on Pick Stick Challenge. She is doing the challenge for the journal page. I am doing the one for the tag. We also have an artist trading card. So you'll see other pages pop up on the screen here because I'm showing you the things that I did. Those are separate videos. So if you look for Pick a Stick Challenge or my other videos, you will find those, those particular pages or ATC on another video. So what we do in Pick a Stick Challenge is to provide the prompts for you each month to help you get your art mojo, muse, whatever you want to call it, in gear and create something. So this is the page that I created, and I followed the prompts 1 through 6, I think it is, or substitute one of the wild cards. And I'm just showing, how I stapled the piece on, and how I followed the steps of the Pick a Stick Challenge. Now this one is an altered tag, and so I'm talking about how I'm creating the altered tag, the steps that are involved. The first step on this one is pearls, and so I'm pulling out some little stick-on pearls to add as bubbles in the background for my seahorse. And then I go back to the other one we're talking about, because Shell is working on her page, and we were talking about octagons and, the things that were there. I did not have an octagon. I had a hexagon, and, it's okay. Worked for me. And so I opted not to use octagon in my page, but you'll see that if you watch the other video. So pearls, yeah, I've got the pearls down. I've got my seahorse colored in. I'm traveling, and so I'm traveling with limited supplies. I only bring a few things with me if I'm on the road, and so things are a little bit different. I've got some really messed up way of hanging my video camera, and the sound's probably off a little bit and all of that. The lighting is not the best, but I'm still here. I'm still making videos, still showing you how I create art using these prompts for the Pick a Stick Challenge. So I'm just using my Posca pens, doing a little bit of illustration line work. I'm going to use some of those other colored pens that I brought with me because I don't travel with paint very often. Paint is one of those things that stays at home, and unless it's watercolor or something like that. So Posca pens are paint pens, so you can use those. They work pretty well. I also have a bunch of metallic and other colored pens in a carry case that I can throw in my bag really easily. But the color for this month tag is pistachio, so I'd used a little bit of that in the background along with this pretty blue because it's a sea scene, right? And what goes with that? Well, purple. The other color for the month is violet, and I think I was stuck on the violet color more so than I was on the pistachio for this particular thing. But I started drawing some fish, and I thought, nah, I'm not really into those. So I reached for, I've got these cute die cuts, which are from, I think, Art by Marlene. And I'm just going to glue some of those die cuts down using my Extreme glue, which is about to run out. So I think I need to go to the store and pick up some more of those. But this Elmer's Extreme, I don't know if you can actually get it. We've looked in a lot of stores, and it's hard to find. So if you see it and you like it, grab it. So for the tag, there are 4 prompts and a wild card and a color And yeah, so I'm just getting some imagery down on the bottom of my tag. This is just a paper coated tag that I can't even tell you where I got the tags from, but they're just cheap tags, probably from the craft store. And I'm still working with my Posca pen, getting some textural imagery on there, doing some more outlining of the bottom of the sea there. I've got some shell shapes and some, what do you call that stuff? Seaweed. Yeah, seaweed. And then I'm pulling out this little, I don't know what you call it, piece that's kind of pistachio colored for his eyeball. And so I'm going to stick that down. And then one of the next prompts is to staple. So I'm going to get one of those Tim Holtz word chipboard pieces, and I'm going to coat the edge of that with some black ink, and I'm going to staple that onto my tag. You can see I just continue with pen work because I added a little jellyfish. There's the piece of board, and there's the ink, inking it up, coating those edges, figuring out where I want to put it on there. It says create art, and I do mean create art, and so I'm going to staple that with my tiny attacher. Having a little bit of issues with my tiny attacher. Remember, it traveled with me over here, and some of these things don't always travel well, so I have to put the staples back in there correctly and make sure that it's going to staple, and it does. So, yay, I'm able to use my staple as one of the challenge things. Now, it doesn't always mean staple like that. It might just be a staple in your art supplies, but I took it literally. So the next thing says erase. So I have an eraser out, and I'm going to erase my pencil lines where I drew the little seahorse onto my tag. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to back it with some black paper. Oh, yeah, rough. Not rough. What is it? I can't remember what it is. Okay, so the challenge says something about, yeah, not rough. Something about not rough. But anyway, what I end up doing is I don't have a cutter, so I'm just going to tear down a piece of cardstock to go back behind my tag to finish it off. And I'm just going to glue that down. I've got some glue with me. And glue that down onto the cardstock because I really want a backer. Those staples are poking out the backside, and I don't want anybody catching their finger on that. So I'm going to get some bulldog clips, clip that down in place so that the glue has a chance to dry. And yeah, Robin from Peter to Pay Paul, they're getting it off of my journal. So I've got that done, and stuff just needs to dry now. So I've followed all the steps, did not use clay as the wild card, and my tag is done. So is my page. You can see there's the challenge page that I did. Actually was, oh, rough. Was that the word? Yeah, anyway. I can't remember the word. So, yeah. There's the page, there's the tag, and there's the trading card. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you come and join us. And I will see you again next month. Bye for now.